Although the RMB support machine quietly ticks away, it has wide impact and far-reaching consequences. Its recent commitment to setting up RMB Nigeria is a great example of this. We're here today to see this machine in action. This ball, or key if you like, will get the machine working. Let's ask Benson, the new COO of RMB Nigeria, to show us how it's done.
Any well-oiled machine or company, no matter how complex and efficient, is only as good as the people that make it work and keep it working. RMB Support is the bedrock of our business. It comprises of multiple departments that manage everything from laying the groundwork for new premises to the technology, systems and people that make it work.
Ready, steady, grow.
With the recent near collapse of the Nigerian banking system, RMB Nigeria is expected to take a leading role in re-establishing credibility in the merchant banking sector. Legal and procurement deal with the sometimes tricky area of acquiring banking licenses to dealing with local governments and procuring software licenses and leases.
The search for a building in Nigeria started in October 2011. Churchgate Tower 2 was the ideal building, meeting all our requirements: infrastructure, security, and rental terms. We signed the lease at the end of April 2012.
A project management team was appointed in Nigeria. A main contractor and subcontractors were appointed after a tender process. Once pricing had been finalized and the equipment and materials sourced, work commenced on the 7th of May 2012.
Identifying Nigerian talent has only been half the challenge. Human capital have been involved in a wide range of activities, ranging from writing policies based on Nigerian law to sourcing payroll providers and medical aid schemes.
In addition, looking at training and development plans ensured that the teams were best equipped to be successful. Key to all this had been considering succession and localization to ensure a long-lasting success for our people in Nigeria.
Have a look at the minimum standards for Nigeria.
Human capital needed to find a good mix of Nigerian talent and existing RMBers, who would, through secondment, transfer of knowledge of our existing policies and processes, and of course, critically our culture and gears. They would then be better equipped at understanding the marketplace, how business is conducted, and create valuable relationships.
The challenge of the technology deployment for RMB Nigeria is that this really is the first time that RMB is starting up a merchant bank subsidiary from scratch. As well as meeting internal requirements, adaptation to the Nigerian environment has meant modifying our systems. Global markets trading systems are those used in the existing African subsidiaries. IBD transactions will be booked on the same systems used in SA. The finance, credit and risk systems are the same as used here at home.
This combination of RMB's evolving global platform and the African systems required the project teams to come up with a number of firsts. Chameleon, DealView and RADA were enhanced for international deployment. It'll be the first time these South African systems are used inside Nigeria, and they'll be available for deployment to additional countries. The Africa front office systems, Quartz and Risk 101, were modified to fit in with RMB's way of working and to interface with RMB's fund transfer pricing and financial accounting systems. This process and system platform supports a complete bank.
Finance is involved on many fronts, from legit legal contracts to making payments to the correct vendor. This involves finance and RADA staff, making sure reporting and processes are set up efficiently and cost-effectively, with a strong focus on the control fabric.
Domestic systems and processes are being leveraged to forge ahead with the internationalization of the finance function. Primary concern is prevention on Nigeria's scams, thus ensuring all activity is above the table as opposed to below. With the right structures in place, everything from credit committees to payout will be handled and delivered by RMB Nigeria. with a team in SA responsible only for final approval. Shared Services Division has been integrally involved in the design of core compliance and back-office processing activities, including the local development of KYC, Know Your Client, Standard Settlement Instructions, SSI, and Reconciliation for Day One operations. As the process design concepts used were based on the South Africa operating platform, one of the key challenges was to close design and regulatory gaps to meet the CBN conditions, an exciting challenge for all at SSD. Risk and compliance were tasked with putting together the risk and governance frameworks and risk infrastructure for the Nigeria platform.
The team's challenges included mapping front office systems to RMB's SA-based risk system, designing appropriate market risk measures to incorporate the unique characteristics of the Nigerian market, and reviewing the bank's internal process.
Given the history of the Nigerian banking system, RMB Nigeria's risk and governance implementation needs to be pretty much a showcase for the CBN. The team is confident that with the necessary effort, we can exceed expectation with our upfront implementation. RMB Nigeria is just about ready to go live and finally light the way to the big idea. Literally. By branding and marketing in new countries, corporate marketing assures a presence for the bank in these regions and maintains a consistent corporate identity. Ready, steady, grow.